You're gonna want to get all dolled up for today's movie. Get it? Because it has dolls in it. Forget it. My genius is wasted on you guys. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner gore geek. I'm Mike Bracken, aka the Horror Geek, and today we're tackling Stuart Gordon's killer doll flick, Dolls. Released in 1987, this one was a video store staple that we rented constantly as teens. I'm not even sure why, except it had a cool cover and Gordon had given us Reanimator, so I was going to watch anything with his name on it. Personally, I've never found killer dolls particularly creepy or interesting, and Dolls didn't really change that, but I'll always have a soft spot for this one. It reminds me of 1987, and 1987 is a year I've often said if I could go back in time and live in 1 year for eternity, that or 88 would be the one. Everything was just more fun in the late 80s. But enough about that. Can these killer dolls off enough cliche characters to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's get to the gore and find out. Oh, and before we get started, today's video is sponsored by patrons Amy Ramirez, Mr. Moto, and Sarah Walls. If you'd like to help sponsor some videos and free me from the shackles of YouTube's tyranny, you'll find a link to my Patreon in the pinned comment and description below. And now, let's get bloody. Empire Pictures presents. Oh boy, this is gonna be magic. And right on cue, there's Empire and Full Moon legend Charles Band. This is a slightly better than average title card this week. Starring Stephen Lee, presumably no relation to Bruce. Hey, veteran actor Guy Rolfe. Most people remember him as Mr. Sardonicus, but on this show, people probably know him better as Toulon in some of the Puppet Master films. Hilary Mason went from Don't Look Now to this film. Talk about a step down. And here's Mrs. Stuart Gordon, aka Carolyn Purdy Gordon. Bunty Bailey may not be a household name, but she's part of music history. She was the girl in a-ha's influential Take On Me video. Carrie Lorraine must have hated working on this movie. She retired from acting after this and became a criminal defense lawyer. Hey, makeup effects by the late John Carl Buechler. Man, lots of Italians in this film. Richard Band on the soundtrack. Proof that nepotism is alive and well. Written by Ed Naha, who gave us Droll, so you know this is gonna be great. And directed by the late Stuart Gordon. This one was shot before From Beyond on many of the same sets, but didn't come out until after that film because the dolls required the team to spend a year doing post-production work. And not even 5 seconds into the movie proper, and we're already in the weeds. Oh, Madonna, is that you? She is definitely getting into the groove. The Madonna look was intentional. The production designers gave Enid and Isabel a wardrobe inspired by the singer's signature 80s look. Inside the car, this dude's like, hey, could you try not to hit and run any wannabe pop stars on the way to the main plot? Anyway, he's checking the symbols on the map now. You could say he's a real legend. Live look at the Florida skies every summer afternoon. And great. She got the car stuck, and of course it's his job to get it moving again. I haven't seen pushing like this since Salt and Peppa. And he's clearly Father of the Year.
Mommy says it's not nice to swear. But Mommy said...
Well, Mommy's not here now.
And to be fair, her stepmom isn't much better.
Rosemary.
That's Mama Rosemary.
Now he's gonna push it along like he's in a Tribe Called Quest. But they're dug in there tighter than an Alabama tick. Good news though, because there's a house establishing shot right down the road. I don't want to alarm anyone, but the evil stepmom might be Cruella de Vil. That goat could definitely be Dalmatian. I mean, how evil is this broad? So evil she tossed the kid's teddy bear. Oh crap. Killer teddy bear. Apparently the kid was scared of this giant bear, so the crew, being good, understanding adults, continually growled at her throughout the production. I love you all very much. Oh god, it's like it's the thing. And Dad gets a bear pimp hand. I don't think we've had one of those since Grizzly. By god, he's locked in the bear hug. Maybe my best JR ever, given the circumstances. Oh yeah, these intestines taste just right. Except, as Biggie Smalls once said, it was all a dream. But the good news is they found the Airbnb. But of course Cruella is not impressed.
Not exactly a 4-star hotel.
Honestly, I think they got this code in the Lufthansa heist. A little Goodfellas reference there. You kids even remember Goodfellas? Christ, I'm old. House establishing shot. Avon calling. All right, I'm out of here. Smell you losers later. No one answered the door, honey. We're all clear for the B&E. But he's not worried about that.
Who's going to arrest us out here, Count Dracula?
I think you meant Cop Dracula. Be right back. Call my agent. Don't steal my idea. Great. They break in and immediately start trashing the place. While they're busy jibber-jabbering, I've got some bad news. Grandpa was actually home. Are you people down there going through my crap? Throw your hands in the air. Dude totally looks like David Lynch. Man, this kid is wise beyond her years.
Afraid of the dark?
No, afraid of what's in the dark.
Great, a room full of dolls. This lady just needs like 15 more cats to complete the crazy old woman stereotype. And this is weird. And now this chick is auditioning for the Temptations.
Just my imagination.
Yeah, I don't think she's getting into the group with that audition. God, she looks like Gary Oldman as Dracula. All right, kid, shut up and eat your bowl of mud puddle. Whoa, pinky ring. Is he in the mob? Not great. Grandma's a pot stirrer. Literally. The bad news is the little girl lost her bear. The good news is Toulon here is going to give her a new doll. God, it's like Lady Elaine on Mr. Rogers. Way to traumatize the kid. But this moment is interrupted when I can't believe it's not Madonna shows up. Bet you forgot about her, huh? Great entrance, Madge. Why don't you take a bow? I mean, she's so wet, I think she came here direct from La Isla Bonita. How many Madonna references can I get into this one? Place your bets now. Wait a minute. Who the hell is this guy?
My name is Ralph Morris.
Oh, well, I guess that settles that. I don't know. Madonna's making her move. This looks pretty borderline to me. But maybe they're on holiday. I hope you're keeping count, because I'm not fucking around with the Madonna references. Looks like someone's about to get touched like a virgin for the very first time. But Gabriel here has some pressing questions.
You like toys?
Hell yeah.
No, not like that, you pervs. He means toys, like for kids. God, every room in this place is full of dolls. It's like a literal dollhouse. Did I ever tell you how great a friend you are, Enid? A true blue friend. All right. Come on in vogue. Great, we're gonna put the kid in the creepiest room in the house. What could go wrong? I'm gonna tell Sterling this was the live-action Toy Story. Hey, are you gonna play with that thing all day or buy it? I'm not running a charity here. Anyway, the annoying girl has questions.
Tell me where the owls live.
In the tree. Haven't you seen the Keebler commercials? Hey, who's that girl? Oh, it's just Five Below Madonna. Kinda got the Madonna Susie Sue thing going on. But she's definitely not looking true blue because that makeup is red. All the Madonna songs, including True Blue twice.
I'm certain that people with an appreciation for objects that were made with loving care.
Yeah, but are they anti-cues?
Anti-cues. I got nothing that can top that. I mean, other than maybe she's into antiques because they're valuable and she's a material girl. Honestly, the only antique here is Grandma. She looks pretty vintage.
I suppose you could call me an antique, too.
Yeah, I just said that. Turn up your hearing aids. But it gets worse.
Don't let the bedbugs bite.
This chick's like, bedbugs? You guys are not getting a good Yelp review. Well, now that she's gone, I guess Madge and Friend can start causing a commotion. Is that a Madonna deep cut? I don't even know anymore. Oh, it looks like Madge has a secret. She's not the sharpest knife in the drawer either.
And no one near me when I sneak out. And you just keep this blasting and I'll do the swiping.
You're covered in dangling metal chains. There are guys in full medieval body armor who'd be more stealthy than you. Upstairs, it looks like the missus has changed into her sexy do-rag. Rawr. Dude's like, I'm gonna need a lot of booze to get turned on if you're wearing that thing. But before we can get to that, he's gonna explain some shit to her. So you see, Joe D'Amato and some other Italians wanted to cash in on the success of Evil Dead without actually making Evil Dead. So they made in-name only sequels called La Casa. Ghost House. Anyway, Madonna's skulking about. Hopefully her lucky star keeps her from getting caught as she robs the place. And it's a good thing the little girl has this hideous doll. The monsters are probably too afraid to come out from under the bed with this thing around. Hey, Madonna, you shouldn't be going through other people's things. Oh, Papa, don't preach. We have to be almost out of Madonna songs, right? I will say I'm glad she brought the flashlight, because now she has a ray of light to guide her in the darkness. So there haven't been a lot of dolls in the movie so far, especially for a film called Dolls. But this is creepy. Hey, where'd the dolls go? Oh, they're attacking her. Gotta be honest, doesn't look like she's gonna live to tell what happened here. She's gonna need something like a prayer to survive this. Yeah, looks like a plastic surgery mishap. And here's the kid. I'm crazy for you. Madonna just never knew when to get off the stage. Wait, I'm gonna do Justify My Love for the encore. And the kid runs off to get her totally not interested parents. Boy, have I been there. Hey, what did I tell you about interrupting mommy and daddy's alone time? Whoa, no need to give the kid the pimp hand. Jesus. Anyway, let's check in with Ralph. He's clowning around. I'm gonna tell Sterling that's Art the clown. Then he gets jump scared, but not by the clown. God, this kid is just bugging everyone. Hey, kid, trying to sleep here. Oh, sweet, she's got Cujo slippers. The after he went rabid bloody variant. House establishing shot. Why, your guess is as good as mine. That must be like an LED candle, judging by all this light. Be very quiet. We're hunting wascally pop stars. Madonna, it's room service. I've got your bowl of only green M&Ms that was in your rider. The good news is that they can totally find her now, because they can just follow the blood trail. And at least they have a plan. They're going to solve this mystery, one step at a time. I do like where this movie is headed, though. Now we're in the attic, so this counts as elevated horror. And creepy doll. It's Madonna. She's like, rescue me. You thought we were done with Madonna songs, didn't you? Oh no, I hope Ralph had his life alert bracelet, and that Gabriel is paid up on his homeowner's insurance. Open up, I'm being chased by the ghost of Christmas past. Yeah, looks like he's been caught. Red-handed. Oh, if only Madonna were here. She'd probably tell her, don't cry for me, Argentina. Anyway, the kid flees, and as punishment, he's gonna rip this hideous doll apart. Except he's clearly been skipping the curls. I mean, what a sad display of arm strength. By God, he's locked in the mandible claw! Can my JR even get any better at this point? With the brute force failing, he's moved on to more diverse torture methods. This guy's practically John Wick, because of the candle. Oh hey, Grandpa's still in this movie. And he's got an explanation for all the blood.
I use it to paint the doll's cheeks, and I wanted to touch up some of the older ones.
The old I spilled some paint. I guess that worked back in the days before forensic files. Now he's oversharing.
Yes, I do some of my best work at night.
Hell yeah.
No, he means actual work. On his puppets. Upstairs, here's a live look at the radio after someone turns on a new country station in my vicinity. So, what do you think of my Captain Morgan pose? Hey, is this kid a ventriloquist?
You know, Ralph. Deep down inside, you know.
Anyway, let's check in with Cruella. Looks like something's going on between the sheets.
Hell yeah.
No, I mean literally. Something's in the bed. Those must be massive bed bugs. Oh, wait, it's stop motion animation dolls. I mean, you could say these things are to die for. Probably should have recalled that year's batch of Cabbage Patch Kids, honestly. I was gonna make a Saw joke here, but none of them made the cut. Also, this movie definitely feels like a test run for Puppet Master. Oh, good. More dolls. Oh, it's like they're Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh man, these ladies are all dolled up. And with nowhere else to go, Cruella's gonna have to take a leap of faith. That must have been a real pain in the glass. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes Granny pushing the baby carriage. Oh no, she's gonna want me to fawn over her ugly baby. Yeah, that kid is hideous. Sweet, we had Madonna earlier. Now we've got Iron Maiden. Man, what kind of weird kinky shit are these geezers into? Hey, she found Madonna. Oh wait, maybe that's Madonna. And hey, it's Ted Lasso. This doll's on fire, like that Springsteen song. What the hell is in this doll? Now she's whipping it like she's in Devo. The smoking effect when the dolls are hit was done with cigarette smoke. Great, she found all the nutcrackers. Shouldn't be fine since she's a girl. Yes, new wave looking chick with a belt and a lighter. It's probably someone's fantasy. Whoops, guess the guns aren't just for show. Now that we're down another person, let's check in on Dad. Wonder what's in the bed. Guessing it's not gonna be good. Oh yeah, that blood spot is a red flag. Or a red dot. I sure hope he's not about to put the moves on a corpse. Honey, open the pod bay door for a rear entry. Meanwhile, it looks like Ralph and Judy have wandered into a hoarder chute. Just crap everywhere. These people probably have an entire wing of the house filled with worthless Beanie Babies. Uh-oh. Of course this guy isn't going to be stopped by a few dolls, but he's no match for their sheer numbers. This is Doll-lightful and saved by a little girl. He's going to be thinking about that for a long time. All right, honey, who's ready for sexy time? Hope you got your sexy do-rag on tonight. I will say she's very forward for a dead chick. There was some pretty good gore here too, but too much for PrudeTube. Honestly, for 1987, this stop motion work isn't too shabby. And they're letting them leave? See? These dolls aren't that evil. But here comes more danger, because Dad thinks Ralph killed his wife.
You're dead meat!
No, I know James A. Janice, and that is not James A. Janice. And now it's like that John Cougar Mellencamp song, because the dolls came tumbling down. But Ralph isn't going down without a fight. Have some pimp fist, buddy. Dad's back, though. He's getting a chair leg up on the competition. Things look bleak, but before he can deliver the finishing blow, Punch comes to the rescue. I will cut you, dude. I love that in HD you can see the strings. While Dad's trashing the place, the dolls have pulled Ralph and Judy out to what I'd assume is safety. Oh great, puppet driller killer. And I guess that solves that problem. Hammer time! So much for Punch. That dude took getting hammered way too literally. But here comes Gabriel. Yeah, I forgot he was still in this too. And he's working his hoodoo on Dad. But hey, at least we're getting some FX work. Oh, hey, he's the new Mr. Punch. Is that a Fulci eye zoom? Okay, so this effect might look a bit dated. I've got some good news, kid. You're an orphan now. What? And Ralph lived too? And these two are totally gaslighting them.
I hate to have to be the one to tell you this, my dear, but your daddy has gone on without you.
He even left her a Dear John letter. What a guy.
Dear Judy, forgive me. Rosemary and I are leaving you here with the hope that you will have a much happier life living with your mother.
Hey, it's a happy ending all around. But how's he gonna explain Madonna and her pal? Glad you asked.
I'm taking the two hitchhikers with me.
Man, he is just tying up all the loose ends. Ralph doesn't seem to be buying it though. But I guess he's sold. All right, thanks. We're out. But not so fast.
You can stay here and play with our toys for as long as you like.
Oh, look at the time. Gotta catch that flight. Thanks for everything. And her bear's back. God, what a callback to the first act. Oh, look. Here are all our victims. And it's a good thing Ralph and Judy checked out, because the new guests are here. And cue credits. So, what do we learn from Dolls? Well, for starters, that it seems that Charles Band had ideas for the Puppet Master franchise before it actually existed. This one feels like a test run for that popular series. I never liked Dolls as much as Puppet Master, but it's hard not to see the DNA of that series here. For a low-budget Charles Band production from the mid-80s, the effects in this one are surprisingly good. It's easy to see why the film spent a year in post. All that stop-motion puppet stuff was pretty ambitious for such a small film. But enough about that. Can Dolls off enough unlikable characters to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? No chance, but let's go to the gore card. In terms of gross anatomy, Dolls is pretty light, particularly for a Stuart Gordon film. We're treated to mangled dolls, a woman bashed into a wall, popped out eyeballs, a couple of hacked off limbs, and that's pretty much it. It's not that there's a lack of gore here exactly, just that the majority of it is pretty tame. As such, I'm giving Dolls a 1 barf bag rating. This one isn't a sick flick, but if you grew up in the video store era, this thing was a staple. Looking for another killer doll movie? Then be sure to check out my review of Puppet Master. You'll find a link here on the screen. I'll meet you over there. Until next time, I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, bringing you all the splatter that matters.